Most people spend Washington quarters every day, without realizing some of them could be worth a fortune. A few rare quarters have shocked collectors with massive auction prices, simply because of tiny mistakes, unusual designs, or hidden mint errors. And the craziest part is, some were found in ordinary pocket change. Today, we're uncovering rare Washington quarter coins that turned into incredible treasures, and one of them could still be hiding in your collection right now. First up is the 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark, and this coin carries a story that many people completely overlook. At first glance, it may seem like just another old quarter sitting in a coin jar or mixed in with spare change. Most people would never stop to think it could hold any special value. But collectors know something very different. Hidden behind this ordinary-looking coin is a fascinating piece of American history, rising collector demand, and the possibility of serious value when the right features come together. The year 1966 was part of a very unusual period in United States coin production. During the mid-1960s, the government was dealing with a coin shortage across the country. People were pulling silver coins out of circulation, saving them, and even hoarding them because silver prices were climbing higher. To slow down coin collecting and reduce hoarding, the U.S. Mint made a surprising decision. They temporarily removed mint marks from coins entirely. That means the 1966 Washington quarter naturally comes without a mint mark, not because of an error, but because of a special policy used during that time. That detail alone already makes this coin interesting to collectors because it represents a unique chapter in American coin history. It was also part of the new clad coin era after the United States stopped using silver in regular circulating quarters. Instead of silver, these coins were made with a copper-nickel clad composition. Many people at the time believed these newer quarters would never become valuable because they no longer contained precious metal. But history proved something very different. Collectors eventually realized that rarity, condition, and unusual appearance could become just as important as silver content itself. Now this is where things start becoming much more exciting. When collectors talk about a 1966 quarter in black condition, they are not usually talking about simple dirt or damage. In many cases, the dark appearance comes from natural toning that developed slowly over decades. Exposure to air, moisture, storage conditions, and aging can gradually change the color of a coin's surface. Some quarters turn gray, blue, or gold over time, while others become deep charcoal or nearly black in appearance. And when this dark toning forms evenly with strong eye appeal, collectors become extremely interested. What makes toned coins so fascinating is the fact that no two look exactly the same. Every single coin develops its own unique color patterns and surface appearance. Some show dark edges with lighter centers. Others carry rich black toning across almost the entire surface while the details underneath still remain visible. This creates a dramatic look that many collectors find impossible to ignore. The contrast can be stunning. Washington's profile on the front may still appear bold against the dark background, while the eagle on the reverse stands out sharply through the black surfaces. Under bright light, some of these quarters almost look like pieces of artwork instead of ordinary pocket change. That visual uniqueness is one of the biggest reasons collector demand continues growing stronger every year. And here is something many people never realize. Most 1966 quarters lived very hard lives in circulation. They passed through stores, vending machines, banks, restaurants, and countless hands over the decades. Millions became scratched, faded, damaged, or heavily worn. Others were lost forever. But a very small number managed to survive in collectible condition while also developing beautiful dark toning naturally over time. That combination is where rarity truly begins to matter. Rarity is not always about how many coins were made. Sometimes it is about how many survived in attractive condition with special features collectors want. Millions of 1966 quarters were produced, but only a tiny fraction exist today with strong details, balanced black toning, and collectible quality all at the same time. And when rarity combines with eye appeal, collector demand can rise very quickly. This is where auctions start becoming extremely competitive. Collectors searching for toned coins often look for pieces that stand out visually from normal examples. A deep black toned 1966 quarter with sharp detail can immediately grab attention in any collection. And once multiple buyers start competing for the same rare coin, prices can climb much faster than most people expect. Condition also plays a massive role in determining value. In the coin world, even tiny differences can create huge jumps in price. A quarter with clear lettering, strong design details, and minimal wear will always attract stronger interest than heavily damaged examples. Add dramatic black toning to that same coin, and suddenly it becomes something much more special. Collectors are not simply buying metal when they purchase coins like these. They are buying history, originality, rarity, and visual beauty all at once. That is why toned coins continue gaining popularity among advanced collectors across the country. Now let's talk about market value, because this is where things become truly surprising. A normal circulated 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark is usually worth face value or only slightly more. Most people would spend it without hesitation. But once you move into the world of collectible black-toned examples, the prices can rise dramatically. Attractive toned pieces with strong eye appeal may sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on condition and rarity. But the real excitement comes from the finest examples. In today's collector market, rare 1966 quarters with deep black toning, outstanding preservation, and strong visual contrast have reached astonishing price levels. Some exceptional examples have climbed into the $390,000 range during intense auction bidding, especially when rare mint errors or near-perfect condition are added to the coin's already impressive appearance. That is what makes this story so powerful. Most people never imagine an ordinary quarter could ever become that valuable. Yet the coin market has a long history of turning overlooked coins into serious collector treasures once buyers recognize something rare and unique hiding in plain sight. And the 1966 Washington quarter fits perfectly into that story. It represents a special moment in American coin history when the mint removed mint marks, changed coin compositions, and dealt with major economic pressure. That unusual time period created coins that continue attracting attention decades later because collectors understand their historical importance. Another exciting part of this hobby is the possibility of hidden mint errors. While not every 1966 quarter contains one, some examples have been discovered with doubled dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, or unusual surface textures caused during production. When one of these mint errors appears together with attractive black toning, values can increase even faster because collectors love coins with multiple rare features combined together. This is exactly why knowledge becomes so important in coin collecting. Many people look at dark coins and assume they are damaged or worthless. But experienced collectors understand the difference between damage and collectible toning. That knowledge can sometimes mean the difference between spending a valuable coin and recognizing a hidden treasure. If you are interested in searching for coins like this, there are several important things to remember. Always examine your quarters carefully under strong lighting. Pay attention to unusual colors, deep dark surfaces, sharp details, and anything that looks different from normal examples. Small details can completely change a coin's value. Another important rule is never clean your coins. Cleaning can destroy natural toning and remove the original surfaces collectors want to see. In many cases, cleaning can lower the value dramatically. Collectors prefer originality, even if the coin appears dark or aged. Proper storage also matters very much. Safe holders and careful handling help protect a coin's surfaces and preserve its long-term value. Fingerprints, moisture, and rough handling can damage collectible coins over time. It is also smart to stay connected with the collector community. Coin shows, auctions, online marketplaces, and collector groups can teach you a lot about current market trends and pricing. Watching how similar toned quarters perform in auctions gives you a better understanding of real collector demand. But beyond the prices and auctions, there is another reason people love collecting coins like this. It is the emotional excitement of discovery. The thrill of finding something rare that other people overlooked. The feeling of holding a piece of history and realizing it could secretly carry incredible value. Every collector understands that excitement, and coins like the 1966 Washington quarter sit right at the center of it. This hobby is not only about money. It is about curiosity, patience, history, and the search for hidden treasures. It is about learning to see value where others see nothing unusual. And that is exactly why people continue searching through old jars, boxes, rolls of coins, and pocket change every single day. So here is the most important thing to remember. The 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark in black condition is far more than ordinary pocket change. Under the right conditions, it can become a highly desired collectible with impressive market value and growing collector demand. Some examples sell for hundreds. Others climb into the thousands. And the rarest pieces with stunning toning and exceptional preservation have shocked collectors with prices reaching into the incredible $390,000 range. So keep your eyes open, examine your coins carefully, and never underestimate what might already be hiding in your possession. Because the next extraordinary discovery could be sitting much closer to you than you think. Next up is the 1967 Washington quarter without a mint mark, a coin that millions of people have seen but very few truly understand. Most people look at this quarter and think it is just ordinary pocket change. They spend it, toss it into jars, or leave it forgotten in old drawers without ever realizing that some examples can carry surprising collector value. And what makes this even more exciting is the fact that valuable versions of this coin could still be hiding in everyday circulation right now, waiting for someone with the right knowledge to notice them. The year 1967 was part of a very unusual time in American coin history. During the mid-1960s, the United States was facing a major coin shortage. Silver prices were rising fast, and people were removing coins from circulation because they believed the older coins were becoming more valuable. To help solve the problem, the U.S. Mint made several big changes. One of the most important was removing mint marks from circulating coins for a short period of time. That means the 1967 Washington quarter naturally comes without a mint mark, not because of an error, but because of government policy during that era. That detail alone already makes the coin historically important to many collectors. It represents a unique chapter in U.S. coin production when the mint was trying to control hoarding and stabilize circulation across the country. At the same time, these quarters were also made using the newer copper-nickel-clad composition instead of traditional silver. This marked a major turning point in American coinage and changed the way coins would be produced moving forward. So when you hold a 1967 Washington quarter, you are not just looking at another old coin. You are looking at a piece of American history connected to economic pressure, changing metal values, and a major shift in how the nation produced money. Now let's talk about something many collectors pay very close attention to, and that is circulated good condition examples. Unlike shiny uncirculated coins locked away from the public, circulated quarters tell a real story. These are coins that traveled through stores, restaurants, vending machines, gas stations, and countless hands over many years. Every small mark and worn detail shows that the coin lived a long life in everyday America. A 1967 quarter in good circulated condition may show smooth surfaces, light scratches, faded high points, and softer details on Washington's face and the eagle on the reverse. But collectors still find these coins interesting because they reflect real history. Some people even prefer circulated examples because they feel more connected to the past. Now here is where things become exciting. Even though millions of 1967 quarters were produced, not all circulated examples are the same. Some survive with stronger details, cleaner surfaces, and much better eye appeal than others. Coins with balanced wear and attractive appearance can still attract serious collector attention, especially when they also carry rare mint errors or unusual characteristics. And this is where rarity starts becoming important. Rarity is not always about low production numbers. Sometimes rarity comes from condition and survival. Most circulated 1967 quarters became heavily worn, damaged, bent, scratched, or lost over time. Finding one today in solid collectible condition with strong remaining detail is becoming harder every year. And when collectors find examples with unusual errors or especially clean surfaces, demand can rise quickly. Some 1967 quarters have been discovered with doubled dies, die cracks, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or other minting mistakes. These errors happen during production and can make a normal-looking quarter much more valuable. A circulated coin with a visible mint error may suddenly become something collectors fight to own. That is why experienced collectors always examine older quarters carefully. Many valuable discoveries started as ordinary-looking circulated coins sitting unnoticed inside jars or old collections. The smallest detail can completely change value in the coin market. Condition also plays a major role. A quarter with clear lettering, stronger details, and less damage will always stand out more than a heavily worn example. Collectors study everything closely, from the surface quality to the sharpness of the design. Even among circulated coins, better preserved examples can command much stronger prices. And this is where the market becomes very interesting. A normal circulated 1967 quarter may still only be worth face value or slightly more. But higher quality circulated examples with strong eye appeal can sell for far more to the right buyer. Add in a rare mint error or unusual feature, and the value can rise dramatically. In some cases, exceptional examples with rare characteristics have pushed into astonishing price ranges, with collectors paying huge amounts during competitive auctions to secure the right piece. That is the power of collector demand. People are not simply buying old metal. They are buying rarity, history, condition, and the excitement of owning something unique. The coin market has a long history of turning overlooked coins into highly desired collectibles once collectors recognize hidden features that most people missed. And the 1967 Washington quarter fits perfectly into that story. Today's coin market is more active than ever before. Online auctions, grading companies, collector groups, and social media have brought huge attention to rare coins. More people are searching through old change, bank rolls, and family collections looking for hidden treasures. Coins from the 1960s continue gaining attention because many remain affordable to search for while still carrying the possibility of valuable discoveries. That is one reason the 1967 quarter continues attracting collectors. It is still accessible. It is still found in circulation from time to time. And many people still overlook it completely. That creates opportunity for collectors who know what details to watch for. If you are interested in searching for valuable coins, there are several important things to remember. Always examine your quarters under strong lighting. Look closely at the date, surfaces, lettering, and overall condition. Watch for unusual features like doubling, cracks, clipped edges, or off-center designs. Another important rule is never clean your coins. Cleaning can damage surfaces and lower collector value instantly. Even circulated coins are worth more when they remain original. Collectors prefer honest wear over cleaned or polished surfaces. Proper storage also matters. Coin holders, albums, and safe containers can help preserve condition and prevent further damage over time. A coin that survives in stable condition often becomes much more desirable years later. It is also smart to stay informed about the collector market. Auctions, coin shows, online sales, and collector communities can help you understand what buyers are searching for and which coins are becoming more valuable. Knowledge is one of the most powerful tools a collector can have because valuable coins are often discovered by people who simply knew what to look for. But beyond the money, there is another reason this hobby remains so exciting. It is the thrill of discovery. The idea that something ordinary could secretly carry hidden value. Every collector knows the excitement of finding a coin that others ignored. That feeling keeps people searching year after year. The story of the 1967 Washington quarter is not only about prices or rarity. It is about history, patience, and learning to notice details that most people miss. It is about understanding that even simple pocket change can hold stories from America's past and sometimes surprising collector demand as well. So the next time you come across a 1967 Washington quarter, do not rush to spend it immediately. Take a closer look. Examine the details, the condition, and the surfaces carefully because you may be holding much more than just another quarter. You could be holding a piece of history with real collector interest and hidden potential waiting to be discovered. And sometimes, that possibility alone is enough to make coin collecting one of the most exciting hobbies in the world. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoy learning about valuable coins hiding in plain sight, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment about any interesting coins you have found, and stay tuned for more stories from the world of rare coins and hidden treasures. Because your next great discovery could be closer than you think. Now we move to the third coin in today's video, and this one may be the biggest surprise yet. At first glance, the 1972 Washington quarter with no mint mark looks completely ordinary. In fact, most people would never even think about saving one. These coins are often scratched, faded, and heavily worn after decades of everyday use. You can still find them hiding inside old jars, drawers, wallets, or mixed in with pocket change. But what most people don't realize is that a few rare examples of this quarter have shocked collectors with values reaching as high as $425,000 at major auctions. That's right, a heavily circulated Washington quarter, worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the craziest part is, many of these coins looked completely normal when they were first discovered. Back in 1972, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of Washington quarters. At that time, Philadelphia coins usually did not carry a mint mark, so seeing a 1972 quarter without a mint mark was totally normal. These quarters spread all across America. People used them in vending machines, gas stations, grocery stores, restaurants, and arcade games without giving them a second thought. They became part of everyday life. Over the years, most of these coins picked up heavy wear. The shiny surfaces slowly turned dull gray. Small scratches covered the design. The edges became softer from years of handling. Many examples today look tired and worn out. But sometimes, hidden inside those worn surfaces, collectors find something unusual. A strange strike. A double design. A die crack. An off-center error. Or even signs that the coin was struck on the wrong metal blank. And when rare mistakes like that appear on a 1972 Washington quarter, the value can rise fast. That's what makes this coin so exciting to collectors. The Washington quarter design itself is one of the most famous in American history. On the front, George Washington's portrait stands strong and calm, surrounded by the words "Liberty and in God We Trust." The back features the classic eagle design with spread wings above olive branches and arrows, giving the coin a powerful American look even after decades of circulation. By 1972, these quarters were no longer made from silver for everyday use. Instead, they were struck using copper and nickel-clad layers. But after years of use, many develop darker tones, faded details, and rough surfaces that make them appear much older. And strangely enough, collectors sometimes love that worn appearance. Why? Because heavy circulation tells a story. Every scratch, every faded line, and every weak detail proves the coin survived years of real use before someone noticed it might be special. Some rare error coins stayed hidden in circulation for decades before finally being discovered. That mystery keeps collectors searching through thousands of quarters every single year. Now here's where things become even more interesting. Experts have found rare 1972 no-mint mark quarters with dramatic minting mistakes. Some show strong doubling in the lettering or date. Others have major die cracks stretching across the coin's surface. A few rare examples were struck off-center, creating designs that look shifted or incomplete. And in extremely rare cases, collectors believe certain coins may have been struck on the wrong planchet entirely. Those are the coins that create headlines. One rare high-grade error example reportedly reached an incredible value close to $425,000 after attracting major attention from serious collectors. That number stunned the coin world because this was not an ancient gold coin or a centuries-old treasure. It was simply a Washington quarter most people would ignore. That's the magic of coin collecting. Sometimes the most valuable discoveries are hiding in the most ordinary places. The Philadelphia Mint during the early 1970s was producing coins at an enormous speed to keep up with demand across the country. Machines operated non-stop, and under that kind of pressure, mistakes could happen. Dies wore down. Strikes became uneven. Metal blanks shifted during production. Most flawed coins were caught and destroyed, but a tiny number escaped into circulation. And today, those surviving pieces are highly collectible. Even heavily circulated examples still get attention because collectors know valuable errors can remain hidden under years of wear. A dull-looking quarter may still contain rare doubling, unusual strike patterns, or other features that experts search for carefully. That's why experienced collectors never judge a coin too quickly. A worn quarter does not always mean a worthless quarter. In fact, some of the most exciting discoveries started with coins people almost spent without checking. Imagine finding a quarter in an old jar, only to learn later it could be worth more than a house. It sounds unbelievable, but stories like that are exactly why coin hunting has become so popular around the world. Collectors continue searching bank rolls, family collections, estate sales, and pocket change hoping to uncover hidden treasures from the past. And the 1972 Washington quarter without a mint mark remains one of those coins that keeps people looking. So the next time you spot an old 1972 quarter with no mint mark, don't ignore it too quickly. Take a closer look at the date. Study the surface carefully. Check for strange details, doubling, cracks, or unusual colors. Because hidden inside that heavily circulated coin could be one of the most valuable Washington quarters ever discovered.